Statisticians use what is called the 5-number summary to get a more complete snapshot of a set of data. These 5 numbers break up the data into quarters, each quarter containing 25% of the data. The 5-number summary will help us understand how the Bulls scored as a team during one of their championship seasons without having Michael Jordan's stellar numbers overwhelm the other data. Let's calculate their 5-number summary. I already have the numbers listed from smallest to largest. 416 is in the middle. That's the median. The middle of the lower half of the data, 288, that's the first quartile. The middle of the upper half of the data, 841, that's the third quartile. The other 2 numbers in the 5-number summary are the minimum and the maximum. So now for the 5-number summary, we just write those 5 numbers. And there's our 5-number summary. It gives us a nice snapshot of the spread and the center for our data. We can display the 5-number summary using a box plot, which will help us better understand the spread of the data. So what we're going to do is use the 5-number summary from the previous example to make a box plot. So I'll start with 167, make a little mark above the number line for that. Then I'll put a mark for 288, then a mark for 416, 841, and finally 2,357. Now for the box plot, you take your 3 lines in the middle, you connect them to make a box. Now you go from the box out to the other 2 marks with what some people call whiskers. And that's your box plot. Now we have a graph that displays the 5-number summary. Now let's take a look at how this helps us. The range, that's the maximum minus the minimum value. So the range is 2,190. And all that tells us is the largest value minus the smallest value. Sometimes that's helpful, but it doesn't tell us too much about the rest of the data. The interquartile range, that's the spread of the middle 50% of the data. So we're actually going to take the third quartile and subtract the first quartile to get the IQR. So the IQR is 553. So these are 2 different measures of spread, the range and the IQR. They're both helping us figure out how spread out the data is. Box plots are often used to compare 2 different distributions of data. We see that the 4th of July data has a larger range because the maximum and minimum are further apart. But their interquartile ranges, or IQRs, are about the same. The middle 50% of the data for July 4th and July 5th are about the same distance apart. Let's call it a wrap, so now it's time for you to try some problems. I'll post additional videos if you would like more help with graphical and numeric measures of spread.